so annoying, man.
It might have turned off. Fuck.
That's alright.
Yeah.
Mio, 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 mio.
Do you think you need someone? Why would it turn off like that, though?
I don't know, because it wasn't, because typically, and I don't use DSLRs to record. If you leave it still without messing with it,
Yeah,
it
just
goes to sleep.
Right.
So maybe there's a thing, you have to set the sleep mode to not turn off.
That's a serious camera, Chris?
Yeah.
So no inheritance.
I already made a. I was just playing around with it in my room, so I put a YouTube video on there.
Well, you're not gonna put the whole thing up on,
No, I'm not gonna put the whole show.
You got the first half hours. You could just use that and like as
Cut it up, put
yeah.
some background,
Yeah,
and then throw some.
good 5 minutes of it.
Yeah.
I'll apologize to Rob on the comeback.
No, because we're going to the bar later to watch the games.
Oh, you're going with him?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's got a spot that he's got these good wings and stuff. So
Where's he going? What's the spot?
you want to come?
Just what's the spot?
I have no idea. I got to call him after to get directions.
Where's he live? Bayshore?
Obviously.
You want to come?
Dude, Croxley's, is that the place?
No, not in Farmingdale.
We'll see. It's probably nearly impossible for me to get away. I'm serious.
Oh man. Yikes, Lou.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah. I hear you.
No, honey, I'm not doing that. Yes, you are. She gave me sex last night, too, so.
What is that like?
Dude, I haven't fucked in like 6 months.
Oh.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Spotlight on the
Good
air
times.
every
She's like, ow, ow, ow. I was like,
1 p.m. on
Yes.
If you have a lot on your mind, and
That's
tired
cool.
of the same
You remember that, huh?
on the radio,
6
share your
months.
thoughts
Is that what it's like when you get married?
No, that's what after a baby you're not
Yeah.
supposed
1
to.
p.m.
You gotta wait 6 weeks.
Community Spotlight, where idiots host the
But,
show.
you know, from the pregnancy and all, like,
Yeah,
Healing and all that good stuff.
You ruined it. Never looks the same afterwards.
It's funny, I was watching this documentary on Showtime the other night about women who get their vaginas reconstructed because it starts to look like their lips get all distorted.
Yeah.
They started calling it roast beef curtains.
Yeah. You ever see a chick with a roast beef?
yeah,
Yeah.
love roast beef cartons.
You're a fan of roast beef? Yo, we got a middle left quick story real quick. High school. I'm in 11th grade, we got these fucking...
No.
just
Hold
kidding,
it.
bro.
Hold it. We're coming up on it.
No way, I can't say that on there.
No. Don't say it on air, but I'm just saying we're going to...
I was gonna say.
I'm just kidding. I don't even eat pussy.
Okay.
Okay.
Serious. Just wanted to get a laugh. But I do like roast beef. I like fiddling with it. I like go. This is what I do with the roast beef right here. Little tweak. Little tweak with a little spread. You gotta search for that shit, right? Where's that little man in the boat? Where is he? He's still looking.
Do you have to do a doggone good?
Oh shit.
5:40 a.m. The newest sports radio show.
All right, we're back. It's the LB and SportsDr radio show on WLIE 540 AM. Remember the number to call is 631-955-5400. I'm Chris Burrell, also known as the Sports Doctor, and I'm here with my co-host LB.
What's going on, my peoples, my peoples? Rob from Bayshore, good phone call, pal. Sorry for cutting you off short. We were on a hard break, as they say in the industry, you know? Anyway, for all my dog people out there, don't forget, your dog gone good. Call 718-767-2361. Go to www.dogtrainerny.com. Diana Benelli, certified master dog trainer, canine behaviorist, obedience training, housebreaking, puppy proofing, and socialization, private in-home training, and group sessions. I'm telling you, she knows what she's doing. Don't forget, your doggone good, dogtrainerny.com.
And I want to give a shout out to our boy George the Animal. His show, My Friend George, it airs right before this one. Airs from 9 to 10. And you can also catch our friend George on the Steve Rowe Show. It's called Catch It. It's on Fridays from 4 to 6 on WLAE, 5:40 a.m.
Yes, sir. 5:40 a.m. making moves, man. Getting all this sports programming going, you know?
It's about time.
Absolutely. I mean, listen.
Hey,
Okay.
let's
You got something, Rick?
No.
Oh, I thought you had something to say.
get back into the rundown, Lou.
Rundown it is, my friend. Where did we end off? With the Giants, Bears? No. Next game, Atlanta Falcons playing for nothing. Minus 3.5 over on the 45.5 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Right, the Atlanta's got their number 1 seed already locked up. So we'll see if Matt Ryan plays an entire game. They're going to sit some guys. Julio Jones, Rodney White's been banged up, so we'll see what happens here. I like Tampa Bay. I think the Falcons will take some guys out in the second half, and they're not going to play for the win today.
Chiano, huh? He started off. He went on that little streak where he had everybody believing, and then all of a sudden Tampa Bay showed up. You know?
Well, I think it's been the play of Josh Freeman. He's played terrible in the second half of the season right now. He started off so hot. He was really looking good. You know,
Consistent, man. He needs to put together. I mean,
Right.
the first year he was here, he had put together a good full season, but
Yeah.
he needs to be a little bit more consistent. Next game on the board, my main man, Killer Cam, going into New Orleans. New Orleans minus 5 over on the 54. You know where I'm going with this. Give me the Panthers all day plus 5. Killer Cam's hot.
I know you were going to go with Killer Cam. Also, Drew Brees is also on fire right now, and they're in New Orleans today. I know they give him 5 points, but I'm going to take the Saints today. I think Drew Brees stays on fire.
A lot of points, 54 they're thinking. They will probably go over. I mean, I can't see either of these teams stopping each other, right?
Right.
Next game on the board, Patriots minus 10.5 over on the 46. They're playing the Dolphins.
Patriots are playing for something today. They're playing for that number 2 seed if Houston loses. So they have something to play for, that Miami Dolphins team, a young team going into New England today. What do you got, minus 11 you said?
Yeah, Patriots are minus 10.5. So
10.5, okay, I have 11.
11 you win.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to take the Dolphins and the points today. I think not too close, but 11's too high for me. I'm going to take the Dolphins.
Well, we'll see what kind of mood Brady and Gronkowski's back and Hernandez and all these guys. We'll see what happens with that whole situation. But you're right, 10.5 points is a lot, but Miami's having a hard time scoring. I'll take the Patriots minus 10.5. I think they blow them out. This is one of the other game of the days, Christopher. Packers minus 3.5 over the Vikings, over on the 46.
It's one of those games to watch today if you're a Giant fan. And we spoke, Adrian Peterson going for the rushing record today. Christian Ponder, a young quarterback, can he lead his team into the playoffs? Aaron Rodgers taking that trip over to Minnesota. I think Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, they get it done today, though.
You know what? You asked me this question, in like week 6 or week 7, is Minnesota a playoff team?
Yeah.
And what was my answer?
No. Or was it yes?
I thought I said yes.
thought we were jumping off the
and
ship.
We did. We jumped off the ship last week, but
And then we got back on?
no. You asked me, and then I said yes, and you were like, "Really?"
Okay, yes, that's right.
Remember, you got like so
Yes.
surprised.
I
that
remember that. I was like, oh, so you do think they're a playoff team?
Yeah, and I was like, well, maybe I don't. Maybe I didn't know where to go with
Lou
it.
wasn't
but
sure of himself.
I think that Minnesota shocks everybody today. I think that they're going to handle business. I think they get in and end the Giants' hopes of being a playoff football team.
All right. Well, we got a phone call right now before we get on with the rundown. Let's go to the phones. We got the Sports Conspirator on the line right now. Scotty, what's going on, man? Absolutely.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's our board guy, Rick, right there,
That's
Scotty.
Rick out board up. All of a sudden he's a Brooklyn guy.
Yep.
Well, I can tell you right now, Scott, I like that. Well, first of all, I think it was unjustified to fire Avery Johnson so early into the season, especially with Brook Lopez out for like 14 games during that stretch where, he was a main focal point to that team. So you can't expect them to win ball games without him there. That's number one. Number two, You got to respect the fact that Prokorov's getting gangster with it, and he's saying, you know what, I want Phil Jackson and or Jeff Van Gundy. I want two big name guys to come here and coach this team. You know, so I don't know if they're being wannabes, but he's definitely trying to create a stir and make moves, man.
And Deron Williams is struggling this season. He's not playing up to his capabilities.
Coach Killer, you mean?
Coach Killer? Yeah.
Deron Williams, a.k.a. Coach Killer?
Yeah, he's not playing up to a top 3 point guard should be playing at right now, and I thought it was terrible that they just blamed everything on Avery Johnson like that.
And then
14-14, way too early. They didn't even have a losing record at the time.
And trust me, if Avery Johnson was coaching, they would have won these last 2 games also.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, let's not get everything out of focus here. We're like, oh, PJ Colissimo. But listen, everyone's cheering for PJ. Well, don't forget he got choked out by Latrell. Kind of hurt his career back in the day a little bit, But what are you going to do? Latrell got a little nasty with him.
Yeah.
PJ... I mean, that was one of the all-time moments of NBA history, right?
Yeah.
Latrell choking out PJ.
He was literally trying to be a Coach Killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Scotty, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. Oh, it was bad news, dude. It really was. The Giants, you're expecting them to turn the light switch on at some point here, and they have just turned it off, it looks like, for the rest of the season. It really looks like the past 2 weeks, they have just given up. I really have nothing to say. Your Ravens dominated the Giants last week. Ray Rice was all over the field. He looked phenomenal. So, you know what? The Giants revolve around Eli Manning. When this guy wants to step up and he wants to play, the Giants are a good football team, and obviously it shows. That offense just looks atrocious right now, and Eli is the main concern.
Scott, I got a question for you. Yo.
I lost
I
him.
wanted to see what he thought about, on a scale from 1 to 10, Joe Flacco, getting into the Super Bowl.
And remember, you're listening to the LB and SportsDr radio show on WLIE 540 AM. The number to call is 631-955-5400. Call in right now. Giant fans, big day here. Are we just going to lay down for the Philadelphia Eagles and pack it in? Let's go play golf or take some trips out to Hawaii or go on vacation.
I think they're already playing golf.
Or
they already got
we-
their trips planned, actually.
Yeah. Lou, I've been watching some past Giant history videos, right? They have the 1990...
This is why he's a sports doctor, folks. Because he'll sit back and he'll watch some Giant history videos. This is why. Unbelievable. Go ahead. What do you got? I love it. It's great.
So, the 1990 Giants, they have a story on Otis Anderson and Jeff Hostetler and these underdog guys. They come up and they help Giants win the Super Bowl in 1990. Bill Parcells makes a comment to them. It's the NFC Championship against the 49ers. And it was different back then because they didn't just, they win the game against the NFC, in the NFC Championship and then they go home and practice. No, it wasn't. They fly actually to Miami and, it was in Tampa, excuse me, to play in the Super Bowl the next week.
Uh-huh.
So Bill Parcells comes up to his team and he says, you can either pack for 2 days or you could pack for a week. And he takes his big suitcase. They said he has this huge suitcase, just throws it in front of his team. And he says, you could tell how long I'm packing for.
Yeah.
So it's similar today with the Giants. Are you just going to play for the next 2 days? Or you want to play for longer? Are we playing for the next couple of weeks, or this is it today?
Well, listen, in my personal opinion, I think the Eagles and Michael Vick are going to put it on you today, and that's the end of that.
Michael Vick hasn't played 7 games. 7 games.
Well, it doesn't matter. Your defensive line ain't
Rested?
showing up, so he'll have plenty of
Rested
time
or
to
rusty
throw.
today?
Huh?
Rested or rusty today?
I think he'll be fine.
You think he'll be fine?
I think he's going to get up for this game because he's going to have to show his talents off to the league before he gets a payday from somebody.
I was thinking about this last
Like the
night. A lot of
Jets.
people say that, but I don't think so. If Michael Vick comes out here and throws a touchdown and 2 interceptions, teams are going to be like, oh, well, that Week 17 game against the Giants, he didn't look too good, but we really do need a quarterback, but we're not going to take him because of that Week 17, or is it just, all right, this guy's put together a pretty good resume so far. We need a quarterback. We're going to bring Michael Vick in no matter what happens in that Week 17. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. I just think that the whole Giants-Eagles battle. You know, the
Yeah.
New York-Philadelphia battle that's going on. You know, I think that is enough juice for both these teams to
And
come
the
out
Eagles
and play
have
hard.
owned that series, as past
listen,
tells us
they've given
pretty
you
well.
guys some agita, man. Absolutely. Johnny Numbers, what's going on, brother? You're on the air. I'm all right, not bad. I mean, looking forward to a Jet game that means nothing. Another Giant game that basically means nothing. So, you know. I'm always pumped up. What do you got going? Oh,
Ooh.
Manziel. Is he playing today? Is that when he...
No.
When is Johnny... So what do you think? You think he's going to take care of business?
Ooh.
Oh, man.
What is Oklahoma a 4-point underdog in this game, right, Johnny?
Wow.
Landry Jones has a good game?
Oklahoma's getting points in this game to a freshman quarterback. You must be...
Yeah. He's elusive. He could, make plays with his feet. Yeah. Right.
Well, isn't it tradition that SEC teams beat up the Big 12 teams in these bowl games? Well, I mean, you can't really consider Texas A&M an SEC team yet, though, right?
Yeah, they did. Okay.
Nice.
Now that spread is 14, Johnny. You don't think it's going to be... All right, well, I have it at 14. You don't think this game's going to be close? Oh, okay, so Florida State's blowing them out here. E.J. Manuel. Wow. All right, we'll see. Yeah. E.J. Manuel had a terrible game to end the season though against Florida.
Yeah,
We
but
looked
Northern
bad.
Illinois, I mean, why are they even in this game, right?
Well-
I mean...
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
This is true.
Yeah, listen, I don't even know why Northern Illinois is in that game.
Johnny, what about this Fiesta Bowl? Oregon versus Kansas State, both 11-1. Yeah, you keep hitting the dial tone here.
Johnny censoring himself.
What'd you say?
censoring himself.
What'd you say? Kansas State, Johnny? All right. Right, Calvin Klein, man.
Calvin Klein. You wear
Calvin Klein. Colin Klein, excuse me. But Oregon's offense, they look tough this year. Yeah. Right. Who? Kansas State? Wow. Oh. Yeah. Have you jumped on the ship of Stanford yet, or are we still off here? This Rose Bowl is going to be a good game to watch, I think. Wisconsin, Stanford. Right. Stanford, they got a tough defense over there.
I like Stanford. Stephon Taylor, man.
Yep. All right, so what do you think about the NFL today, Johnny? You got a pick for us today? Because you've been on fire this year with your picks, man.
This guy's... Yeah, what happened to them is right. Do you think they... I don't think so. They took things for granted. What do you got today? I like the Bengals too, man. What are the Ravens playing for, right? They're really not going nowhere. They're either
Yeah, they're both in the playoffs. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
You don't want to backdoor it. Yeah. Well, I hope you're right, Johnny, because a lot of these Giant fans.
Well,
need
you know
Bay
that Green.
today. Go ahead. What do you got? No. It's going to be tough for him to get in. Yeah, that's what me and Lou both took the Eagles
Yeah,
today.
they both took the Eagles.
Both took them.
But that's
Yeah.
good. I took the Vikings, so then you know you got to win it with the Packers.
So, Johnny, what do you think about this game tonight, though? The Redskins, Cowboys. Who do you have? Yeah, Redskins at home. Yeah, 1-5, Week 17, and first round of the playoffs. Yep.
Yeah, it kind of messed him up. I mean, he was having a magical season up to that point.
Yeah.
Johnny, answer me this, because you're a big AP guy. We got two questions. He's got a stat for you, and I got this. If you're Adrian Peterson today, would you rather get into the playoffs or break Eric Dickerson's record? Well, what would you pick? What would you pick? What would it?
Johnny's a team guy.
Really? I understand. Come on,
Yeah.
get out of here. They don't have a chance to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, well.
This is true. Johnny, I got a stat for you today since no one called in about the Sports Doctor stat of the day. All right, ready? Jerry Rice is the all-time receiving leader in the NFL with 1,549 receptions. Name me number 2 on that list. No.
Calvin Johnson.
No.
No.
All time.
No, all time. Yeah.
In receptions. All-time receptions.
You know, I was thinking the same thing. I didn't throw it out there. I was thinking the same thing. What do you got? What is the answer?
The answer is Tony Gonzalez.
Wow.
Yes. This is why I brought it up today, because I even said the same thing. I was like, wow.
How many
is
receptions?
second? Tony Gonzalez has 1,237 receptions in
so
his
he's
career.
300 receptions.
Yeah, away
back
from Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice.
Is that unbelievable? Right? Unbelievable, man. Johnny, thanks for calling in today, dude.
Nice. There you go. Later.
Go Sooners.
He's an
All right.
Oklahoma guy. Well, there you go. There's a guy who played football. He says, "Hey, Pete, rather be in the playoffs." If you're,
Of course, a team guy, man. You don't want to be an individual.
I'm with Rick. I think he wants to break that record and keep it moving.
All
But
right.
you had the choice.
Publicly, you say you want the team to be in the playoffs. Privately, you're telling all your friends, your entourage, that you're going to break that record.
Absolutely.
The number to call is 631-955-5400. It's the LB and Sports Doctor radio show on WLAE, 540 AM. 10 minutes before we get out of here, call in.
Broncos minus 16.5 overall on the 42.
That spread is crazy. 16, man, on the Chiefs?
Yeah, Chiefs even gonna be able to score. That's the
Oh,
thing.
my goodness.
And Denver's playing for number 1.
Right. If Houston loses and they win, they jump to the number 1 seed, and they get home field advantage throughout the playoffs and a first-round bye. Chiefs have been horrendous this season, but Jamal Charles killed me last week.
Oof.
Killed me.
Charles really put it on the last couple of weeks,
Oh,
man.
man.
He really
I know,
put
he can
those
run a football.
afterburners on. And the fantasy playoffs was weird, dude. It's like the players that were supposed to do their thing did their thing in the playoffs, but
Yep.
they didn't really do their thing in the regular season. You know?
Yeah,
It was weird how it worked out this
I
year.
hear you, Lou.
Of course, I wasn't in any of the situation to win any Super Bowls, but what are
Yeah,
you gonna do?
16, though, that is just
I'll
crazy.
take the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Chiefs. I think the spread's way too high, man.
Well, I don't think the Chiefs are going to score. Next game, Chargers minus 10 over under 39 playing the Raiders.
Hey, Terrell Pryor makes the start today for
yes,
Oakland.
that's right.
Terrell
Pryor
Pryor
getting
getting the
I saw that.
start.
That's nice.
That's why I'm going with the Chargers in the blowout.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
know it's 8, but at San Diego, Phillip Rivers could be North Turner's last game as head coach for the Chargers. Give me the Chargers in a blowout today.
And could be Phillip Rivers' last game as a Charger quarterback.
And we'll
Just
see
gonna
what
throw
happens.
that out there for my Jet people.
Look at Louis hoping.
Oh, dude, I would
please.
love to get Phillip Rivers
Make
over
the
here. I
trade
just
for
think-
Phillip Rivers.
I just think he needs a change of scenery,
Hey,
man. I
and
love
North
it.
Turner as an offensive coordinator? That would be perfect for Gangrene.
I don't know if that would be perfect, but, we'll see. I'd rather have Phillip Rivers. 49 is another big spread. 16.5 over the Cardinals.
I got it at 17. It's crazy.
Holy cow.
That's why I'm.
Holy cow.
How do you
Get outta
take?
here.
How do you not take the points in this right now? 17.
I'll take the Cardinals with the points because they got a defense.
I'm going to say the same thing. I'm going to go with the Cardinals. The 49ers need a win and a Green Bay loss for the number 2 spot. So they are playing for something, but 17 is way too many. I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
Me too. Next game, Seattle minus 11 over on the 42.5.
Another big spread. 11 points going to the Rams at Seattle. 7-0 at home.